Next build by GR86. GR86. Okay, I get it. Next build. I'm building a chaser. I know I haven't told anyone this. So if you guys are watching this video, don't tell anyone. But I'm building a JZX 198, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with the engine. I could either 2J swap it, which is hella obvious. All right, it's like putting TEs on a Honda. This is basic bitch shit right here. Or I throw in a B58 in there. B58 comes in the Supra, a couple of the M spec cars, and it's a little bit different, makes a shit ton of power, and pretty bulletproof. It's basically the German 2JZ. So I don't know yet. You guys let me know what I should swap in there. But yeah, it's getting painted right now by Moontech and Destruction. And we're do the color, you guys will not freaking guess. It's gonna be freaking insane. And Work Wheels Japan is building a new Meister just for this project, and it's gonna be pretty epic. Will it be a SEMA car? I'm not sure. I told myself I didn't want to build a SEMA car this year because building a SEMA car is freaking hella laborious, really quick. Everything's rushed, and everyone's always late, including me. And sometimes I stay up 3-4 days building the car. Then I have to go drop it off in Vegas and then take care of it the whole week. So I might not build it for SEMA, but I might build it for SEMA. So yeah, Chaser JZX 198. That is going to be sick. Next question here. 1am underscore Lily. When no pro bumper. Oh, when am I going to install the no pro bumper on the Miata? I think I said that earlier. We're going to be working on that the next few months. I know I said that a few months ago, but I'm trying to make time. So this year for sure. This year. If you guys didn't know, I got a new bumper from Japan. It's called the No Pro. I think No Pro GT. I forgot. Don't quote me. Miata experts right here probably like talking shit right now because I don't know what the No Pro GT whatever bumper is. But I wanted to change the front end on the Miata because the Miata front end is so girly. And I know Miatas are girly cars. All right, I have 2 of them, so I'm not ashamed to say they are girly cars. They're super cute, and that is the only time you will get girls with a car is with a Miata or my AZ1. Otherwise, you get a bunch of boys. So if you want girls and you want to build cars, get a Miata. The front end on this car is very girly, so I'm going to swap it out. It's going to look meaner, but you know, it's a cute mean, kind of like a pug. They're like mean looking, but cute at the same time because they're tiny. So yeah. Next, Lebanon Don 83. Okay. How much do you make from social media? Brother, I am going to break your heart. Not much, actually. Not much. On a given month, I kid you not, I'm not even messing with you. $500-$600? Wild, I know. It sounds crazy. And it sounds like I'm lying, but you know what funds these builds? It's my day job. I know a lot of people think that I'm like an influencer. I hate that word influencer, and don't ever call me an influencer because I'm not an influencer. I'm a builder, first and foremost, and I'm a commercial video producer and commercial photographer, and that's how I make my money to pay for these cars. So yeah, when you think, oh, OMG Builds is making hella money on social because he's posting twice a day and he always buys new things. No, it isn't social that's funding these. It's my day job and I save. So yeah, I work in the automotive industry. So when I go to events and stuff like that, it might seem like, oh my gosh, this guy's traveling like crazy. He must be spending crazy money on travel. No, my job pays for the travel. All right. And a lot of people assume things, and that's why I just want to get this straight. My job pays for my travel. I go over there, and if I see something that I want to shoot for my own channel, then I shoot the content because I'm already there. Right. But the main focus of those trips is for my clients' content. My stuff is just secondary. So yeah, how much do I make from social? Like I said, maybe $1,000. Maybe like in a special month, maybe $1,000. Now, pre-COVID, I was making more. And then now the algorithm is just so jacked. And then TikTok, I used to make a lot more money on TikTok. I would say on TikTok, I could make $1,500 a month. which is really nothing. Like, think about it, dude. I mean, you know how many hours I spend filming, how many hours I spend editing, and then also like, posting for $1,500 a month. If I pay you $1,500 a month and you got to show up and film and edit and do all these things, you wouldn't do it. So that's what I'm saying. I don't make a lot on social. I know a lot of people do. Like, I'm not TJ Hunt level or Adam LZ, all those guys. Those guys are doing some real stuff. I just do this as a hobby, and it's kind of secondary for me. Like, it's not my primary. So I suppose if you really focus on doing this as a day job and you don't have another job, then you be more efficient with it and you make more money. But the way I'm doing it, I literally just do this on my day off or after hours, after work. So yeah, I'm not dedicating like crazy amounts of time on social media. It might seem like that because I shoot 2 videos or I post 2 videos a day, but most of that I create today. This is Saturday right now, and I create all my content for the week on a Saturday, and I just trickle it down during the week. And some of you guys might think it's real time and I'm posting it, on a Tuesday, and I actually did it earlier today. No, some of my content literally I've shot like 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you want to make crazy money on social, don't have a day job, focus 100% on your craft and social, post consistently at least twice a day videos, because photos are pretty much gone, and hope the algorithm likes your stuff, because following doesn't mean anything. Just because I have a good amount of following doesn't mean I'm going to do better than, say, someone with 2,000 followers, because platforms don't care about followers anymore. They care about unique videos, and those unique videos, if they're good enough, they'll go viral versus me. And I have like, I don't know, 700K followers, 2.23 million on TikTok, and some guy with 2,000 followers could outdo me instantly like that if the videos are good. So don't worry about following. Just worry about consistency and quality of your video. And when I say quality, not like, are you shooting with a phone or a cinema camera? Quality as in like the content that you're sharing, and also like your edits. These platforms don't care if you're shooting from a phone or from a cinema camera. Trust me, I have cinema cameras and I've used them before for social. They don't do anything. The video that you're seeing right now is obviously not from my phone, but it's from my DJI Pocket 3, which is old because the Pocket 4 is out now. So as you can see, this is already crispy enough as it is. You don't need anything more than an iPhone or a Pocket 3. So there. Oh, sorry, Droid. I almost betrayed myself there.